be key for Pierre to limit the shots and just play real sound on the back line.
And one of the big pieces that do return for Pierre is going to be Katie Williams, the senior. She's going to be one to be heavily relied on to be a leader for this team. That's kind of still has part of those two state championship wins for this Pierre Governor team.
Yeah, you have two senior captains, Katie Williams and Andy Allison, and Katie was on a wing last year. They moved her back, and she's playing mid now, attacking mid, and got a lot more responsibility. Got the ball on her feet a lot more, and I think that fits Katie's personality. She likes to be in the scrum and in the fray and have people around her, and that happens a lot more playing in the mid like that.
Well, we saw a lot of times last year, too, that when she was in the fray, she wasn't in the fray for very long because she's got a lot of speed to get out of that real quick.
Yeah, she's a physical player. She's very athletic and determined. She gets the ball on her foot. She's going to find a way to get it out of there.
And, of course, this is somewhat of a younger team and maybe a little bit more inexperienced in terms of where they were a couple of years ago. But when Sydney Zanen's your coach, it doesn't take long to get experience and to be on the right foot.
Yeah, they'll be young this year. There'll be some really young girls see the field. We'll see a couple eighth graders, a couple freshmen. Some other girls that maybe sophomores that haven't played a lot, but they're going to be expected to step right in and play.
Yeah, and you look at down the roster, 5 seniors in total. You do see a lot more sophomores, freshmen, and a couple eighth graders, or at least two eighth graders. Yep, here on the roster for Pierre. And a couple of years ago, maybe you didn't see that too much, but here, hey, this is when there's 11 on the field, there's a good chance for some of these younger girls to have an opportunity. And when you play well, you find a spot in the varsity program.
Yeah, that's right. If they rise to the occasion when they're given a chance, they're gonna play more. And I can speak for those younger girls. They're all fearless. They're not going to be scared. They're not afraid of competition, and when they get in, they're going to embrace it.
And there's the Brandon Valley team. We'll talk a little bit about them. They lost in the quarterfinals last year in the state playoffs. But, again, a team that beat Pierre in the opener last year, and they're a team that's on the rise. They're not a team that's going to be kind of taking a step back. They're going to be a team that's going to take a step forward here this year. So this is a really good challenge for this Pierre team.
Yeah, I think they're top 5 in the state probably. This year they return, I believe it's 8 starters. As you said, they beat Pierre last year. It was a good game. It was an even game. Pierre just had a couple letdowns, but it'll be a challenge. They're a good team. They're deep. They don't really – their first team and their subs, there's not a big difference between them. So on a first game like that and being conditioned and things like that may make a difference.
Yeah, the conditioning was something that I thought we were going to see, but we didn't see was a water break in the middle of the game. We didn't see that on either side. I don't think we saw anything on the girls' JV. So something that's a little bit different because yesterday it was like 110 degrees outside. Here we got about 80 degrees, so it does feel a lot cooler. And again, the conditioning is going to be a factor in these early games, and you hope that, and again, with the Sydney Zanen coach team, that conditioning probably isn't too much of an issue for Pierre. But again, first game, you never really know until you get towards that middle portion of the game that's where you kind of realize where your conditioning is at.
Yeah, it is. We're fortunate that today isn't what it was yesterday, and the wind will help as well, I'm sure. But it's first game of the year, and there'll be some challenges for everybody. You can condition in the summer, and you can run, and you can work, but game time with adrenaline and things like that's a whole different level.
Absolutely. Pierre Governors and the Brandon Valley Lynx, game 2 of our doubleheader. The girls will have that matchup coming up here that will start at just around 6 o'clock. As we get set for that, we'll step aside for 3 minutes, and we'll come back with more of the pregame. You're listening to Pierre Governor Soccer on today's KCCR and today's KCCR.com. As we welcome you back here to PILC as John Winkler alongside Mendel Miller as we are getting set for the first game of the year for the Pierre Governor girls soccer team as they take on Brandon Valley. As the boys lost 2-1 in their game, it was a 1-0 lead in the third minutes of that opener for Pierre. They had George Staley score the first goal of the match, and then it was a late half goal scored by Brandon Valley to tie it up. And then in the early second half, Lawson Lamberts took the goal for Brandon Valley and had a 2-1 win for the Lynx over Pierre. We've moved to the not really moved. I've moved to the other side of the table as we are on the looking to the other side of the field where the sun is not going to be at our eyes. So Mendel, we got a good spot compared to the rest of the crowd over here on the other side of the opposite side of us.
Yeah, we do. And later in the year when the sun starts going down a little earlier, that other side, it's sometimes you're just watching shadows.
Yes, yeah. That I do remember that from last year. So I'm happy to be watching the girls game here in the second game of the day because the shadows are not going to be a factor for us at all. But let's talk about this Pierre team again. We talked about Katie Williams in the Open. Let's talk about Andy Allison, who one of the defenders for this team and does a really good job and really never gets fooled. And you never see her get beat by anybody.
Yeah, Andy, she's been playing varsity soccer for 3 or 4 years and starting and playing a lot of minutes. And she anchors that back line and keeps things organized and things like that. It'll be interesting to see whether Sydney plays the 4 flat across or whether he goes with the stopper sweeper like he kind of did last year when he had Andy doing the sweeping. So she's important to this team and she's a huge part of it, and she usually plays well, and that's a good thing.
Yeah, and which does help a lot too this first game of the season where you're trying to figure out where the new pieces fit in. When you have someone up front like Katie and you have someone back like Andy and then of course Jenna, who's going to be in goal, is trying to find the comfort level for her. But having those two not just be up in the forward, not be back in defense. You can kind of split the leadership roles out, and that kind of helps at least alleviate a little bit of early season growing pains.
Yeah, exactly. And there's other experience out on the field. Avery Davis will play wing, and she was second on the team last year in scoring, and so she's a junior and been starting since she was a freshman. So at each level, they have an experienced player that's seen a lot of field time, and they'll have to rely on those players to be at their best.
Again, Pierre will take it on Brandon Valley here as the second game of the doubleheader. Kind of get you set for. I know we're just about to start this first game, but I also want to tell you next Tuesday we'll be in Spearfish as Pierre will take on that Spearfish Spartans team in another doubleheader, first road contest, and then back where I guess we'll go on the other side of the state in Aberdeen as they take on Aberdeen Central on next week Saturday. We'll have those for you as well in that doubleheader right here on today's KCCR, today'sKCCR.com. Mendel, it's good to have you back. We all got a chance to call a game last year, the first round of the state playoffs. And
it's been a long time with the pandemic and things like that, and not a lot of sports. And then we kind of, you kind of got started with baseball and got things cranked up a little bit. But I know the girls were talking about they haven't played an outdoor soccer game since Halloween. So
wow,
they're anxious.
Yeah, that is, and that's tough for a lot of these kids. I know I've mentioned myself before not being able to call sports and wish that I was able to call a little bit more in the spring than nothing at all. But for these kids to have the opportunity to finally get a chance to play again, and you hope that nothing bad happens in the state to kind of limit fall sports, but the opportunity that.
Yeah, it is. And it's so important for everybody involved. I think, speaking for myself as a sports fan, it was time to get back to having something happen. So
in the starting lineups announced here for Brandon Valley and for Pierre, we'll step aside for 2 minutes to come back with kickoff of Pierre Governor Girls Soccer. Listen to Pierre Soccer on today's KCCR and today's KCCR.com. As we welcome you back here to PILC, as we are set here for soccer this evening, as we welcome you back in, John Winkler alongside Mendel Miller, as we can go through those starting lineups. First, we'll go through with Brandon Valley. It'll be the goalkeeper and Paige Hookie, the junior. It'll be then Julia Krutner, the forward senior. Gemma Symington, the junior forward. Maya Chan, the senior defenseman. Those two are captains in the starting lineup. Sage Bolte, the senior midfielder. Zoe Mandry, the junior midfielder. Ava Mitzel, the sophomore defender. Number 20, Emma Haas, the senior midfielder. Number 21, Tyrese Zocker, the sophomore defenseman. Kenny Newble, the senior forward. And number 24, Chloe Lippert, the senior midfielder. For the Pierre Governors, it'll be Avery Davis, one of the captains, Andy Allison, Kyan Beck, the junior, Brooke Easlin, a senior, along with number 9, Alexis Campion, the junior, Ryan Berry, the freshman, Paige Eisberg, the senior, Oksana Muchklinaus, the junior, Gracelyn Taylor, the 8th grader, Katie Williams, with the other captain being a senior, and Jenna Gehring is the goalkeeper for the Pierre Governors. So get a chance for an 8th grader, a freshman, to be in the starting lineup for this Pierre Governor team. And there's the youth that's going to be for the future for the Pierre Governors.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. You know, Graceland, 8th grader, she's not going to play like an 8th grader. I said she's not scared of anything, and she's a fun to watch. Ryan Berry, the freshman, she started 8 games last year. So again, she's a little more than a freshman.
So it will be Brandon Valley that will start with the ball. It'll be going from right to left as Brandon Valley. Left to right is going to be the Pierre Governors, as we are set here for the finale of our doubleheader between the Pierre Governor girls soccer team and Brandon Valley Lynx. As a couple minutes ahead of schedule, just about set for kickoff, as the referee getting his watch ready to go, and we are underway, as it will be Brandon Valley with first possession here to open up this game. On the far side, it'll be taken away by Pierre. It'll go out of play, and a quick throw and upcoming for Brandon Valley. And we'll see how quickly any offense wants to get going here, because, again, it's kind of a feel-out process in the first game of the year for both these teams.
Yeah, it is. Pierre's got the wind in the first half. Hopefully they can take advantage of that, get some possession on the right side of midfield, and take advantage. Andy
Allison already causing a misplay from Brandon Valley, as they will have a throw-in upcoming here for the Governors. I'll throw in on the far side. It'll be played by Brandon Valley, but again, a nice play from the Governors, as Paige Eisberg will get one up towards midfield. It'll come across now for Brandon Valley. Allie Barrett will go across midfield. Brandon Valley Lynx will take it away from Williams and up towards midfield again, as here comes Brandon Valley looking for an attack. Up towards the near side. Here for the Lynx. Wrapped around. A long shot that will go well high and wide of the goal. And there's the first shot attempt from either side. And nowhere near testing Gehring right now. We're in the second minute of the first game of the season for the Pierre Governors. Off the goal kick. A couple of touches there from the Governors, but it'll go out of play, and a quick throw and upcoming here for Brandon Valley. As the Lynx on the throw-in with possession. It'll be for Symington to the far side on the run on the Lynx, trying to get one across. They'll get back to the top of the corner of the goal box on the far side. They'll work it back to the middle of the field. And there's a chance from Krutner that gets blocked out and cleared away by the Governors. Comes out towards midfield, taken away, and it'll be now here for Alexis Campion. She'll get up ahead. Nice. And that was a touch over now, a chance for Avery Davis to go track it down on the far side. Avery Davis with it. She'll go one-on-one with a defender. Davis got off the foot of the Lynx player, and then back here for Muchklinaus. The Lynx will take over as they try and get towards midfield. Pass deflected. Goes right back to Haas. And now up ahead, Andy Allison is back defensively. And again, not too many times you're going to get one past her, as that one is going to be played now for Barrett on the far side. Up ahead, Allison will step up and make a play. And we'll go back towards midfield. And here for the Governors, we'll go the other way with it. Good touch. Now for Williams. Williams lost it off of her foot, and it'll come back now for Brandon Valley. Stolen away by Mutual Canals. To the far side, it will roll towards the sideline, and it will roll out, and a throw it upcoming here for Brandon Valley. Not a bad start here offensively for this Brandon Valley team, or excuse me, for Pierre.
Yeah, they're doing some good things. They're making some connections. As you said, it's first game of the year, and the nerves are high, I'm sure.
Here at midfield will be taken by Paige Eisberg. Back for Allison. With the win in the back, we'll get up ahead. Trying to track it down is going to be Barry. It's not going to win the race, but it's going to go off of Brandon Valley, so it'll be a corner kick upcoming here for Pierre to, in the first couple minutes, in the fourth minute of this game, a chance to take a 1-0 lead. And there's the using the win to your advantage.
Yeah, certainly. Brandon had a little trouble with the wind there. Came up a little lucky to get ahead on it, or that would have been a lot of trouble for him.
Looks like Campia will take this one for Pierre on the far side. And again, you can hear that wind in the microphones as on the cross from the corner, it will be cleared away by Brandon Valley. Comes right back to Campia, lets it hop once off the header towards the net, but cleared away again.
Taylor.
As that one will go high and over on the first shot attempt from Pierre.
Yeah, Graceland Taylor staying up on, she's playing outside back, and yet she still gets that first shot attempt. That's a good play, good sign.
Not too many times you have the eighth grader get the first shot attempts of the season, but it happened in the boys' game too with George Stallion and here with Graceland Taylor as it goes across midfield here for Brandon Valley. As for the Lynx, it is Symington. Symington will go across. Andy Allison is there. We'll play it to the far side. Trying to get Barry to track it down. It'll go up for Davis. And Davis will get one up. Now will be Barry going to race it after it. The Lynx will get to it first. Keeps it in play on the far side. And the Governors thought maybe there was a whistle blown or would have been a throw-in, but instead Brandon Valley not able to take advantage of that as they still have possession, but then turned over as it'll be Campia now. Up ahead for Barry. Barry will get it back to midfield, and Eisberg trying to throw it over for Campia. Instead, Campia tried to turn to go to the sideline, and it came up the middle and up to the goalkeeper and Hookie, as Hookie will get up towards midfield off the top of the head of Eisberg, and now here to the near side, right at midfield, and it'll go out of play, and it'll be a throw-in upcoming here for Pierre. So Pierre will get possession. Grutner was ready to throw it in and to toss it over to Cayenne Beck. As Beck will fire one off of her teammate, a friendly fire to Eisberg. Now Allison will go to the far side. It'll be played here for Taylor. Graceland Taylor, the eighth grader, with a lot of space, with a nice run up ahead now for Davis. And Davis will try and win the race over to it. Brandon Valley will get to it first on the far side, and it'll go out of play, and it'll now be a throw-in upcoming for Brandon Valley. And again, trying to win that's the race right now, and the speed of those ones on the outside for Pierre, not a bad idea.
Yeah, Avery's one of the fastest players they have, and certainly sending her to the corner is a good idea. They've done it a couple times already, and haven't got the cross in yet, but it looks dangerous.
There's one across. Barry will have it at the top of the goal box. Couldn't get it over towards Eisberg, and now it'll come back again for the Lynx to play here towards midfield. With some space, it will be Haas will go up ahead. Allison playing back. She's able to touch it back to midfield, but Brandon Valley will have possession again. As that one knocked off of a couple different players. Davis will fight for it and get it over for Mutual Canals. Right at the midfield line. Taken over by Brandon Valley. Lippert will go across to the far side and played up ahead. Barrett will go to the far side again. Here comes Brandon Valley looking for an attack. And instead it'll go out of play, and it'll be touched last by Pierre. And we'll get a throw-in upcoming. You are listening to KCCR Pierre Riverfront Broadcasting Station. No score so far here in game number 2 of our doubleheader. John Winkler alongside Mendel Miller, as it is going to be the 8th minute here in this first half for Pierre and Brandon Valley. Ball's knocked around, and Pierre will get possession, going up ahead, trying to get Barry get free, but that one goes out of play, so it'll be a throw in here for Brandon Valley. We're used to having at least the scoreboard near the corner. Now we got it in front of us, so we can't really get out to see how much time is actually left. So trying to keep it on my phone, and of course, clock will stop every once in a while. It's not like the professional where it's 45 minutes of straight run time and you get stoppage time at the end. So you have to be more paying attention here. Know where we're at here in the half.
Yeah, moving the clock was great for the fans and not so good for the broadcast.
That's right. As it is Brandon Valley in their own end, as it'll go across here to the near side and across midfield where the Valley again, near side, trying to get a chance for a cross. So we'll play it back. And again, here's the Lynx on the left foot and off of Campion. And now a chance, and Davis just couldn't get over to it. And she's going to go track it down. Be up ahead for Williams. One touch back for Davis. Davis will be the first one over on the far side. Davis will look for a cross. She'll get one towards the top. Barry will knock it down. Her pass gets blocked. And a good chance there, potential good chance there for the Governors. Not letting that die just yet. As still with it is going to be Paige Eisberg, over for Metro Canals. Her pass just missing. And it'll be now across midfield. Allison will come over here on the near side, and we'll play it right back over. And a good play from Metro Canals to throw it down and trying to win the race is Barry, and just not being able to get to it first. But taking it away. As here is Barry again across. And no one home for the Governors. And then cleared away. But not far enough. There's a shot that goes off the crossbar, goes down and does not go in. And it is going to go in for the first goal of the season for the Pierre Governors. What a shot. It goes straight from the bar, straight down. And the spin of it went across the goal line. And the Governors have scored first, trying to see who that was.
Williams.
So it was Katie Williams.
Yep. So Katie Williams from about 25 yards out. Found a little space and settled the ball and made a great shot, as you said, off the top crossbar and straight down, but enough spin on the ball to get all the way across the line.
And the 11th minutes of this opening game, and Pierre has a 1-0 lead. That's a great shot there from Williams, and one to give confidence, not just for her, but for the rest of this team, as the offense had a good start to this game, and they get rewarded with the first goal.
Yeah, exactly. And that was a well-earned goal as well. Barry won the ball in the right corner, fed it back to Campia. She made a nice pass into the center, found Katie, and a good goal to start the year. It wasn't like it was earned.
As over here is going to be Taylor on the far side. Be giving up ahead for Metro Canals, back for Taylor, and their touch trying to get one through for Davis, just a little bit too far away from her, and it'll be grabbed by Barrett for Brandon Valley, and across the far side, stolen away by Taylor. Here's Taylor to the box, across, looking for Barry, knocks it down, but he couldn't corral it to get a shot attempt, and it'll be cleared away by Brandon Valley. And again, hey, you get an 80-minute soccer game, and you're getting chances like this. This is a good start to this game for Pierre, and a good start to this season.
Yeah, certainly. And you can see why Graceland Taylor's playing there. She's probably 30 yards beyond the center line, winning the ball and sending it across in, and they're earning a corner, it looks like, too. So
we got a second corner upcoming here for the Governors, and a chance to maybe take a quick 2-0 lead as we are in the 12th minute. There's the corner kick towards the middle and then cleared away by Brandon Valley, as it's at the top of the goal box and now fully cleared by the Lynx. And here come the Lynx now, 2-on-2 across midfield. Allison will step up, and she will be able to. A nice defensive play from Allison, and it will foul be committed by Brandon Valley. So Allison, who was kind of directing traffic, had her head turned back again, and was able to block off the attacker, and ended up getting rewarded with a foul called on Brandon Valley.
Yeah, great play. Stop the break, and that's what she's back there to do.
That was the first foul committed by either side here in this early matchup between Pierre and Brandon Valley. And it'll come across. It'll be now for Cayenne Beck, and she'll throw one right towards us, and it'll just miss the table. That one came right across the camera. So a throw-in upcoming here for the Brandon Valley Lynx, as it will be Manry that will throw it in back for Zocker. They'll play it farther back. Will the Lynx and Barrett, one of the captains on this Lynx team. Pass is intercepted by Taylor. And now here's a chance to try and get up for Barry or potentially even up for Campia. Instead, it is grabbed by the goalkeeper and Hookie. And now for the Lynx the other way. Back to midfield. A good play there from Mutual Canals. Looking to get over for Barry. Just missing her, and now back for the Lynx as they will try and get to the near side. They'll come over for Curlin, who's in the game. And McCurlin will get one up for Mandry. Mandry being hounded by Campion. A good defensive play there from Campion to play it back to the Lynx, and now stolen away by Pierre. Barry will try to get it across, just didn't get it far enough for Davis. And back again, here come the Lynx at midfield. Up ahead is going to be Lippert. She'll throw one up, and it'll be knocked out of play by Kyan Beck. And again, Brandon Valley trying to start an attack, and every time Pierce had an answer of ending that attack.
Yeah, so far they've been really solid, stopping the attack in the middle third and not letting it really develop.
And again, it'll go out of play, and this time it'll be a throw in here for Pierre. Just an unforced error there from Brandon Valley to allow Pierre an opportunity to throw it in. Although Brandon Valley not moving too far back down the field defensively. So the throw-in goes across towards midfield, and it'll be Lippert here for the Lynx. Now Zocker back again. Here comes now Curlin. Curlin's got a chance to the front of the box, and a good play there again from Allison.
Great patience there.
And now cleared away by Pierre, but not far enough yet. And Zocker again will throw it back in. It'll bounce one time on to Gehring, and she'll make her first save, and an easy one at that. And there's one where gets you into the game early on, but not too much of a tough test there for Gehring.
Right, yeah, that's a good one for her. Get a touch.
As at midfield, it is the Lynx with it. It'll be Barrett towards the midfield again. Coming back to the near side as Zocker, her pass almost intercepted by Campia, and they'll come back again. Campia will get a leg on it, but Zocker will get a pass here the near side and across midfield. And Brandon Valley trying to get another attack, but now Eisberg went off of a Lynx player. And now it'll be Brooke Easland that will throw it down. And Barry will win the race to that one here on the near side. And taken away by the Lynx, but out of play. Should be out of play. Nope, stays in just momentarily, but Barry's going to take it away. Barry with a cross. There towards the net. Avery Davis just couldn't get the header, and it'll roll all the way to the other side. And it might roll out of, it's going to just barely roll out of play before it came to a complete stop. Not a bad, again, Barry was able to get a steal in the attacking end and had another good opportunity here for Pierre.
Yep, great cross just a couple inches away. That had to be just off of her head.
So checking in the game here is going to be Meg Maher as well as Brianna Sargent.
Beck and Campy out, so Sargent will be playing the right wing and Beck will be playing the right defense.
On the throw-in here for Brandon Valley. On the far side, right off of the Lynx, and it'll be a throw-in upcoming here for Pierre. Again, second time now they've had an opportunity to throw in. One was on the attacking end. Here on their defensive end, they just gave it right to Pierre. They'll give it right back to Pierre off the throw-in, and went off of the head of one of the Lynx players. And here's another chance for the Governors. Oh, it's blocked. Thanks to bounce. Somebody knew where it was at. The three that were near the play. Comes back for Barry at the top of the box. Couldn't corral it to get a pass across or maybe a shot attempt. And now the Lynx the other way. It was 2-on-1 for Barry. Or I guess 1-on-2 for Barry. And now it'll be back for Easland. Easland across midfield looking for Sargent. Not going to be able to get over to her. Now to go off of the Lynx and out of play. And it'll be another throw-in. As it will be Meg Maher that will throw it in for Pierre. And again, the defensive pressure that Pierce had so far has kind of made Brandon Valley, their attacks, not be so aggressive and not be so dangerous so far in this game.
Yeah, if you can pressure the ball and not give them time to think and give them space to operate, good things happen.
Here comes a throw-in upcoming for the Lynx. Here, about midway through this first half, it is going to be the 18th minute. That was the 18th minute. That we're in a 1-0 lead for Pierre as it goes out of play. And another throw-in upcoming for Brandon Valley. On the throw-in, it'll be again for the Lynx across towards the net, and Gary will make another save. That's her third shot attempt for the Lynx. And there's a chance now here for Pierre. Looking for maybe Sargent or Barry to run it down, and goes off the Lynx foot. And nice block from Sargent as it'll come still to the sideline. Sargent again will get a steal. It'll come over for Barry. Barry trying to get one across just away from her foot. And now the other way for the Lynx, if they can get some kind of an attack moving forward, and they will get towards midfield. And here come the Lynx on the attack with a run from goal Seth. As that one will be a high bounce, and it'll die right for Gehring to grab. And no threat from the Lynx as we play near the midway point of this first half. Here's Katie Williams get the goal. Soccer game, 1-0 lead for Pierre. That was turned over, back to midfield. Easlin will step up to knock it back into the Brandon Valley end. And again, here come the Lynx the other way. Stolen away by the Governors. Andy Allison again. Say her name a lot, but she's that last line defense, and she doesn't really make too many mistakes when to step up and the patience that she's had so far.
Right, and they are playing that stopper sweeper, so she's behind the line of three defenders, and it's just her job when the ball comes through to go get it, whether it's on left sideline, right sideline, wherever it is, just her job to go get it and get it out of trouble.
Couple quick subs coming in for Brandon Valley as they have the throw-in. 1-0 is our score here for Pierre and Brandon Valley. Katie Williams scored that first goal off the top of the crossbar and down and in. That was back in the 11th minute. Here for Brandon Valley. Sargent almost got that steal for Pierre. It'll be played for Mitchell. Mitchell at the midfield, and a foul is going to be committed by Mutual Canals. First foul by Pierre. And a little over-aggressive was Mutual Canals on that, but saw the opportunity, and that foot just got in front of her as she was trying to make that play.
Yeah, definitely, trying to pressure the ball and an aggressive foul. It's right at the midline, so it's not really too dangerous for you.
As a free kick coming here for Zocker. Again, with the win to the back of Brandon Valley, those long free kicks aren't going to go as far as what this one was from Pierre. That one was high up in the air, and again, that wind's going to take that ball a lot farther. It's going to be a throw-in upcoming for Brandon Valley. But Pierre so far has been able to take advantage of the win. And just the unfortunate part where Pierre sits in their bench that he couldn't use the win in the second half. It's got to be in the first half. Here for the Lynx. They come across, played back to Allison. Throws one across. And it'll be, again, the Lynx with another throw-in. As a sub waiting to come in here for Pierre once we get the official from the referee. Another throw-in upcoming for Brandon Valley. And again, that win stays strong every time I talk about it. Maybe if I stop talking about the win, it will just die down for the rest of the night. Here comes the Lynx again. Another good play there by Allison to block a pass. Another pass will come across. And the chance here for the Lynx. A wide open shot and a save made by Gehring with the right hand, what makes the save. And that's a great job there by the goalkeeper and Gehring to stop Curlin. That had a glorious chance to tie it up.
Yeah, she was in all alone, about 14 yards out. Gehring got a hand on it, took it up, bounced off the post, and then out of bounds for a corner. But definitely a great save by Jenna Gehring.
So the first corner upcoming here for Brandon Valley in this matchup. A couple of subs here for Brandon Valley as well. As the near side corner will be taking place. Come across, and that one will go behind the nets and out of play, so no danger there. And we will have subs coming in for both Pierre and Brandon.
Hamden Kuiper's in for Paige Eisberg for Pierre, so she'll be playing in the midfield.
So Gehring will line it up for a goal kick. Again, halfway through this first half, Pierre again leads 1-0. Usually at that first match of the season, and you get a water break about halfway through. But we've had some beautiful temperatures to keep us from having to deal with that, or I guess in terms of just not having a break, is that is going to be out of play by Brandon Valley. Another throw-in upcoming here for Pierre on the far side. A lot of this action so far has been on that far side of the field here for both Pierre and Brandon Valley.
Yeah, that's pretty typical. Most teams want to attack up the right side. I think Pierre with Avery Davis on the left side is happy to go up the left side as well, so that's going to kind of keep the ball over on that side of the field.
Another throw-in upcoming here again for Pierre. As, again, we sit here in the 24th minute of this first match of the season. Pierre at home. They will be on the road for the next two after tonight. Sargent on the good job coming back to be played for Eastland. Eastland with a good move up ahead for trying to get it for Kuipers. Just missing her foot, and now will be played for Lynx again. Symington will be now cleared away by Taylor, and a throw-in upcoming here for the Lynx. And another sub coming in for the Lynx, and that is going to be Zoe Manry back into the contest. And Mitzel will take a seat and take a breather. So far, just one shot for Pierre. 4 so far for Brandon. 3 saves for Gehring as the goalkeeper for Pierre. Only one shot, but it was on target. Every once in a while you get a chance to see that ball not really get out from that spot and has several throw-ins. Here's now a chance for Pierre. Barry will track it down. She's got Sargent with her. 2-on-2. Barry will get to the right foot. Stays with it. Across now for Sargent, but taken away, and a good job stepping up was Brandon Valley. And Mandry, who's just checked back in to clear the ball away, but Pierce still with possession. Back for Barry, just missing her. Mandry again. And Mandry here to the near side will be played up to Emma Curlin. Now here to the midfield. It is Haas with it. Haas trying to feed Curlin up on the through ball. Over here on the near side, and then there it is. Andy Allison to get back and to knock it out of play and get that defense set up here for Brandon Valley.
Yeah, they're again ranging from sideline to sideline. She's 5 yards off the edge. They're knocking the ball out of bounds.
On the throw in here on the near side for Brandon Valley. It is Curlin again. It'll come to the inside of the goal box, but Allison will clear it away right up the middle of the field, trying to get to Barry. But it'll be grabbed by the Lynx and pushed off the ball was Zocker. She'll stay with it. And to the far side, off the elbow, it looked like, of one of the Brandon Valley players. And up ahead, trying to get Davis in a foot race. And more times than not, Davis will win it. But the head start by Brandon Valley will be able to clear that ball back across midfield. That one will come through. It'll come for Gehring to grab as she got up to the edge of the goal box to play it. And a good job. And again, no hesitation from Gehring, and that's what you like to see, especially here early on in the season, to be confident on if you're going to go up for the ball or wait for it to come back to you.
Yeah, definitely. She's playing very confidently right now, and that's a good sign.
Here on the near side, grabbed by Brandon Valley. Up ahead now, here comes Curlin on the near side, trying to give a soft touch for Symington. Symington has it from the left foot, trying to get it back to the right foot. Goes back to the top of the goal box. A shot. Diving save from Gehring. Another great job there from the junior goalkeeper. And keeps it a 1-0 lead here for Pierre.
Yeah, Brandon's starting to organize a little bit of an attack here, and Jenna's come up big.
That was the 5th shot attempt now from Brandon Valley. 4th save here from Gehring. And for Pierre, that's a good sign, again, to see how well she's playing here in this opening matchup.
Cayenne back in for Graceland Taylor.
Another corner kick upcoming. And then go the short route here to Emma Haas.
Offside.
And an offside play. And the first time that Brandon Valley will be called for an offside. And nice eyes there, Mendel.
Well, Pierre did a nice job. That's what you're taught to do, is if the ball goes back to the person that kicked it in on the corner, on that short corner, the defense should be flowing up the field and trap her offside.
So here comes a free kick for Pierre near their own goal on the near side. Allison will take it. She'll pass one across to the goalkeeper and Gehring. And Gehring will boot one up towards midfield, and he'll get across. And here comes Sargent now with it. Sargent's got a chance along with Barry. overran it first. Now pass back to Barry to her left foot. Trying to get it one for Davis. Davis with a chance. Her shot and a save made. Still loose, but cleared away by Brandon Valley. First save made by the goalkeeper and Hookie. And it'll go out of play, and I believe maybe a foul is going to be called on Pierre, and it'll be a free kick upcoming for Brandon Valley.
Yep, foul on Davis, chasing the ball down there, trying to get it to the corner, but another good opportunity for Pierre. Davis had a shot right in front.
Just the second shot attempt here from Pierre in this matchup, but again, all it takes is one shot, and that's what Pierre has right now, a 1-0 lead over Brandon Valley. On the free kick, played first by Pierre. Knocked back down. There's Allison. Looked a little lonely over there, so the ball came her way, and she was able to get it back across midfield. And Sargent now for Williams. Williams trying to feed one through for Davis. Nice through ball, but just couldn't track it down with Davis. That was a good look there from Williams, and one that's, again, maybe when the wind's on your back, that might slow down a little bit for Davis to have an opportunity.
Yeah, good look for her. Right decision, just a step or too long.
Williams again with it. She'll step through two defenders. Now Barry, she'll run into, and the momentum pushed her towards the ball. She's got it. She's got a Brandon Valley all over her, and the shot will go across, and that one will go wide. And it'll be a goal kick upcoming. Boy, the strength that Barry showed right there, that was pretty impressive.
Yeah, she's strong for a freshman. There's no doubt about it. She'll hold her own.
And a goal kick is upcoming here for Brandon Valley. I didn't see if there was any advantage given to Pierre. It should have been the way that Barry was getting mugged across, but she was able to, again, as you said, she can hold her own, and she was able to get a shot attempt away. So it was a goal kick for the Lynx, and out towards midfield. It'll come back for Allison, and Allison will boot it back across, and nice pass right to Davis, who tried to touch it over for Barry. Barry couldn't take it away from the Lynx defender. And a Zocker now across again here for Brooke Easlin to play. Easlin up ahead for Metro Canals. It'll come back for now Symington. And Symington with it to the far side. Symington will take it away from Metro Canals. Across, nobody home for the Lynx, but a foot race. And winning it was Krutner. Krutner to the near side with the left foot. And we played a chance now for the Lynx. There's a shot on net and a good save again from Gehring in the good positioning there from the junior, and another save made.
Yeah, perfect position. And again, she's looking very confident right now.
That's the fifth save for Gehring here in the first half. It'll be played back for Brandon Valley, and Hookie almost lost sight of where that ball was at, the goalkeeper. That was a hard pass to the goalkeeper right on net from her own teammate. Katie Williams trying to get the ball back for Pierce. She does. Played back towards midfield. And now here the Lynx the other way. But instead getting to his Maher first. Back for Metro Canals. And Metro Canals will tap one over for Kuipers. Kuipers across for Sargent now all the way down. Sargent is not going to be able to get to the ball before it got out of play. And it will be a goal kick upcoming here for the Brandon Valley Lynx and for Hookie.
Yeah, good look there, trying to get Sargent down the right side into the corner, but Kuipers has a pretty strong leg and just got too much of it.
Here in the 33rd minute, 1-0 is our score here in the first half. As it'll be played here for Krutner on the near side. Krutner will go up towards the sideline. It'll be off the Brandon Valley last. It'll be a throw-in upcoming for Pierre. It might look like it almost went off the hands of Symington, but either way, Pierre will have a throw-in now possession. Maher throws it over the top of Sargent as well as Mandry. It'll be played for the Lynx up towards midfield. But turned over. Williams up ahead for Davis. She's going to try and track it down. A race to the ball with the goalkeeper. And being able to get to it first was the goalkeeper. But now Davis across. And that one will just miss. Just past the goalpost. And Davis was looking for her first of the year. Barry was on the doorstep as well. And just in between Barry and the goal, that ball went across and out for a goal kick.
Yeah, the goalie gambled a little bit, and Davis beat her to it. It was a 50-50 ball. Davis won it, just didn't quite find the frame when she had the open net.
So Hookie will deliver the goal kick. It comes across here for the Pierre Governors to play. And back down again. Another goal kick upcoming for the Lynx. And again, a sub sitting, waiting for Brandon Valley. And Nelson now, Mara Nelson will be able to check into the game for Brandon Valley. It's about 6 minutes left to go here in the first half. 1-0 is our score. Katie Williams in the 11th minute scored the opening goal of the season for Pierre. We'll probably be saying her name a lot for goals being scored for this Pierre Governor team. That one goes across towards midfield. Brooke Easlin against Symington. Symington will get up ahead. Allison will step up. Allison runs into with Krutner. Now Krutner will stay with the ball. Up ahead, looking for an offside call, and they will get an offside call. And Gehring will also run into one of the Lynx players that was offside. So no harm, no foul there, and Gehring gets right back up. And it will be a free kick as Kennedy Newble was the one that was offside for Brandon Valley.
Yeah, great job there, Andy Allison stepping up and delaying enough. Katie Williams, Meg Maher coming back and collapsing and causing the offside.
So Allison will take the free kick for Pierre with the wind to their back and will go up towards Barry, trying to reach to the goal box and unable to get to it first. The Lynx will clear it away and throw it down the far side. Still in play and up towards midfield. And again, still played here for the Lynx. And up ahead, it will be Symington. Symington looking to get it across, and a good job there, looks like by Easlin to get back to knock that one out of play. And two subs will check in for Brandon Valley. As again, we are in the last 5 minutes of the season for this Pierre Governor girls soccer team. On the throw in here for Brandon Valley on the far side, looking to attack and trying to get one late to tie it up going into halftime. That pass will come across and actually will be deflected. And it will be now a corner kick for Brandon Valley. It'll be their third of the match. And no chance for the Lynx. Again, here's a good opportunity, and we'll see what the Pierre Governors do defensively to combat this corner kick upcoming here from Brandon Valley. On the far side, left side of your dial, here's the corner. Comes back to the top of the box. Played back to the girl who had the corner kick, and then they'll reset Brandon Valley across towards the mid part of the field. And now Barry will try and bulldoze her way across with this Pierre team. And instead, it'll be the Lynx back again. That one should be an offside. It will be an offside call, as Brandon Valley had two players well offside. Would have had a 2-on-0 breakaway, but that little illegal.
Yeah, that's called cheating in soccer.
Yeah. So it will be Allison to take the free kick off the offside. Not like other sports where you kind of hide behind the defense.
Right.
You can't really do that in soccer. You can try and stand right next to him, but can't hide behind him. As the Lynx have it here on the near side, it is for Brandon Valley. It is Zocker that will lose possession. A throw-in upcoming for Pierre. Sargent will throw it in. Barry will get a hip to it. And back to Sargent. Sargent will try and throw one towards the middle of the goal box instead of towards midfield. Kuipers off of her leg. And it'll be played here on the near side. Mandry with a run up here on the near side again. Leads one forward for Symington. Symington will go across. Allison was there to block it up. And it'll come back again for Brandon Valley. And another offside will be called. I believe Coach Zandon will get credit for that one, get an assist for that offside call. Yeah. He called it, and then the official, and that's when he threw up his flag for a offside call. Allison on the free kick goes to Kuipers. So come across off the leg and right back to Krutner. And then out of play again by Easlin. And now here's a throw-in upcoming for Brandon Valley. Quick sub coming in as Wozner. Okay, Wozner for Brandon Valley. Symington. They come across. Now here's a Curlin. As Simsred will get one forward and get another offside. So That is now, let's see here, I believe the 5th offside that Brandon Valley has had already in this first half. And been tough. It's tough to get offensive rhythm going when your threat continues to be upended by an offside call.
Yeah, certainly. And also, it just makes a big difference. You're afraid to make that run the next time and try to stay.
Williams, and here comes Katie Williams. She'll throw one across, maybe looking for Avery Davis, who wasn't there. It'll go out of play. It'll be another throw-in upcoming for Brandon Valley.
Yeah, Avery got pinned inside that time, couldn't get out to her wing, so that there was nobody there for Katie.
In the last 2 minutes of this first half, as again, Pierre leads 1-0 off the Katie Williams lone goal so far. He played Barrett down the field on the far sideline. It'll be played again. That one misplayed by the Lynx and stolen away by Pierre. Williams, nice move to get around one defender. Throws it across the field looking for Sargent. And it'll come now here for Kuipers. Kuipers, a quick pass looking for Mutual Canals just behind her, taken away by the Lynx. And Brandon Valley looking to go on the attack and unable to as Kuipers will get the steal. She'll throw one towards the nets and a save made by Hookie. And one that, hey, a shot on goal.
Right, yeah, you never know.
Yeah, never know what might happen on that one. Didn't have a whole lot of speed, but sometimes a changeup can be just as looking for Kuipers. Instead, it'll be grabbed by number 21. That is Zucker. And we'll have a foul committed by Pierre. It'll be a free kick upcoming here for the Lynx.
Foul on Brooke Eastland there. She went for the slide tackle and was just a hair late.
And
that's the half.
That'll be the half, so no chance for that free kick. 3 shots in the first half for both sides, for Pierre. 4 shots for Brandon Valley. 3 saves. It was more than those 4 shots. As it was Gehring who had 5 saves in that first half, but Pierre has a lone goal with Katie Williams scoring the 11th minute. They lead 1-0 here at the break. Back in 3 minutes with the halftime stats. You're listening to Pierre Governor Soccer on today's KCCR and today's KCCR.com. Back here at PILC, as it is Pierre with a 1-0 lead at the break. John Winkler alongside Mendel Miller. And Mendel, a good first half here for Pierre. Katie Williams get the lone goal. But as we kind of said during the commercial break, that Gehring was the best player for Pierre. She made 5 saves and made some, out of those 5 saves, probably 3 of those 5 were very, very good saves, and ones that you kind of hope you don't have to see be made in the early part of the season, but she did, and that's why Pierre's got a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, exactly. You said it exactly right. She made she was able to get a hand on it. Sometimes not a lot, but just enough to do the job, and that's really all you're asking for is to keep the ball out of the goal, and she's done a great job.
Again, yeah, 5 saves for Gehring in that first half, and for Pierre, they had just 3 shots. It was 2 saves for the goalkeeper Hookie, but Katie Williams got one off the crossbar, went straight down, and that's the spin was able to get it behind that line to get that first goal, and she, she's going to be one that kind of be relied on heavily to score a lot of goals for this team.
Yeah, she's done a really good job. She's won some balls in the middle of the field. She's pushed some girls off with her physicality, and she's played just like she should be playing, and that's great position for her. She hasn't really played mid previously at the high school level, so it's good that she's embracing it, and it does fit, as I said earlier in the pregame. It fits her personality. She likes to be around the action.
And so, again, this is the first game of the season and first time that a lot of these girls have been able to play an organized game of soccer outside since back around Halloween. So it's been a long time since they've been able to be out on the field and have an opportunity to play because of that pandemic. But, the atmosphere and the intensity of this game for this girls team has been really good so far, and you hope that continues in the second half. That this first half isn't ending any kind of momentum that Pierce had. It kind of keeps going into the second half.
Yeah, they should feel real good right now. I think they've played well. The defense has forced a lot of offsides, as you've mentioned, and they've had some chances. They haven't only 3 shots, but they've had some dangerous plays, and some plays that they just missed by a few inches of getting a foot on the ball and getting shots off and things like that. And those don't count in the stats, but they're still dangerous and give you confidence.
For this Brandon Valley team, what do you think their game plan is going to be coming out this second half? One, they got to stay on early on and maybe try and push for a win against this Pierre team.
Yeah, they'll have the wind in the second half, so they'll probably play a little bit longer ball and things like that, try to take advantage of that. It's harder to do when you're worried about being offside. It's hard to get that jump, so that may be a factor against them. Brandon's kind of a defensive-minded team. They've always been a defensive-minded team. They certainly feel more comfortable playing from the lead. So getting that first goal, 6-8 minutes in, whatever it was, that's huge for Pierre.
And so for Pierre, and now on the other end, you kind of want to keep the foot on the gas. You don't want to play too defensive here in the second half, and because, again, 1-goal lead.
Keep doing what they're doing. I think, going into the win in the second half, maybe some of those through balls don't quite carry out of bounds and things like that, to where maybe we can get a foot on them and get some chances. And as I said, they've had their chances. They've had plays that have been dangerous. Keep doing what they're doing. They're playing really well.
Pierre leads 1-0 over Brandon Valley, as we will step aside for 3 minutes, come back with the second half. You're listening to Pierre Governor Soccer on today's KCCR and today's KCCR.com. As we welcome you back here to PILC as we get set for the second half, Pierre will start with possession to open up this second half. John Winkler alongside Mendel Miller. Glad you could join us here on this Friday evening, and a beautiful Friday evening at that. Wind is the only downfall to this start to this season, and with everything else that's happened in the world in the last several months, we'll take a windy day and 80 degrees of wind. We'll take it if we get a chance to play some soccer.
Yeah, we can't have too many complaints. Like I said, it could have been yesterday, and we'd have both been done by now, probably.
Yeah, we'd be like laying under the table here trying to find any kind of shade. Yeah, we'd have all the cool towels over us. And they're the ones that are playing, but we'd be the ones that are sitting here suffering the whole time.
They're in a lot better shape than we are.
That is true. That is absolutely 100% true. We're underway here in the second half, as it is going to be Pierre that had the first possession, but now here comes Brandon Valley with the Julie. They will throw it out of play and be a quick throw in to start this second half for the Pierre Governors. Lead 1-0. Katie Williams get the lone goal so far. 11th minute in. They have that 1-0 lead, looking for their first win of the season. Both the boys and the girls last year lost to Brandon Valley in Brandon. The boys lost 2-1 in their game earlier today, and the girls are looking to start their season on the right foot and be the first win between the boys and the girls teams. At midfield, it'll be played across. And here comes now Brandon Valley again. And Mitchell will go towards the near sideline. But to it first is going to be Andy Allison. And we go out of play. And it will be a throw and upcoming for Brandon Valley.
Yeah, I think we already see a change from Brandon. They're engaging their outside backs way faster, carrying the ball at the side that time.
There'll be a corner kick now upcoming here for the corner kick of the afternoon, or of the evening, I should say. And a chance again. Down 1-0. This is a good chance here for Brandon Valley early in this second half to try and tie it up. Off the corner from the near side. It'll come through, all the way through, misses everybody, and that one comes towards the net, and that one bounced off of a couple different players and off of Brandon Valley last, so a goal kick here for Gehring and the Pierre Governors.
Yeah, that's the dangerous part of those corners. It doesn't have to be the perfect pass in. It's the pinball effect after it's been around for a while that costs you the problem when everybody's disorganized.
There's a pass up towards midfield and intercepted by Brandon Valley, but stolen away by Williams with the left foot, trying to lead one up for Davis. And Davis has got a lot of room to make a run here for Pierre. Davis with the left foot coming towards the nets. Got one just a little bit too far and couldn't pass it out. Couldn't get a great chance early on for Pierre to try and go up 2-0.
Yeah, she was in alone. She just had one little heavy touch at the end, and it cost her a chance.
As Andy Allison will play it for Pierre. It'll come back across. Davis, it'll be run into. Foul committed, and it'll be a free kick here for Pierre. That was okay. It will be a foul on Davis. And Mendel, you looked over at me going, "Wow, that was for Pierre." Williams, she will get run down, and a foul is going to be called and committed by Brandon Valley. And it's going to be the second foul, only the second foul for Brandon Valley in this soccer match. And Andy Allison was just a little bit too far away from her. It's going to roll towards the corner, and it will roll out for a goal kick. In the first couple minutes of the second half, Brandon Valley's had somewhat of a good look. Pierre has had a good look that just couldn't get the shot away. But yet we sit. I want to up ahead, and here comes now a chance for Brandon Valley. Allison's going to get beat, and up ahead is going to be Newble. Newble gets run down by Easlin. A foul is going to be called on Easlin, and a free kick upcoming, and a good spot here for Brandon. One in the box to try and tie it up.
Yeah, right at the top of the box, and then just kind of out towards the sideline a little bit. This is a dangerous spot. It probably was a good foul. It was dangerous play, but not good. There's some work to do.
So it is going to be a free kick here for Chloe Lippert. Waiting for her teammates to get set up before she takes a crack at it. So we will, it was somewhat of a small delay. And going to try and back up Mutual Canals, and she was in the right spot, or Williams, I should say. She was in the right spot. Now she takes one more step back, thinking that she wasn't far enough. She thought she was far enough back. Here's on the free kick. It'll roll to Gehring, and she'll let it go between her legs and out of play. points for a goal kick, so it'd be a nothing.
Yeah, that was not a great effort there. Rolling in nice and slow. Jenna had a lot of look at it.
So Gehring on the goal kick, and again, using Allison, they're actually going to go off of Brandon Valley, so it's going to be a good play there from Allison to get a throw in. Not going to take the risk of a long goal kick with the win against you right now. They've used Allison a couple times on goal kicks. Brandon Valley is able to get the ball back, and that one again will go off of Brandon Valley as it was kicked towards the sideline, and it'll be another throw in here for Pierre. Pierre's done that twice, so they're just kind of trying to throw it out of play, and it ends up being Brandon Valley that touches it last. There's a throw in, trying to get Davis on the run, and Brandon Valley again will kick
on the left side. She's probably got the strongest arm on the team, so she can get some distance on those throws.
Williams will try and touch it forward for Davis. Unable to get to it first was Davis, but again, Brandon Valley will kick it out of play, and another throw-in upcoming here for Pierre.
Yeah, now Taylor's got a chance to throw it into the box and really make something happen.
Taylor again, but this time we'll throw it back for Mutual Canals. Yes, for Williams. Williams will touch it for Davis. Davis will try and get across, and it'll be blocked by Brandon Valley, but it will go for a corner kick now. And this will be just the third corner of the match for Pierre. And this is again, here's a good chance now for Pierre to double up their lead.
Yeah, every one of these set pieces is important and a good scoring opportunity. And feels like the wind might have went down just a tad. I shouldn't have said that, but maybe they can do something with it.
As can't see who it is. It's going to take
Campia
will take the corner. That one will come the goalkeeper and all the way down here to the near side, winning the race to it. And now a pass across and a chance here for Symington. Symington goes one-on-one with Gehring. There's a shot off the hand of Gehring, and she's going to dive back on it and make a save. What a play by Gehring. She might have gotten herself a little out of position, but she was able to dive back in time to make that save. And an incredible sixth save of the game now for Gehring.
Yeah, definitely. That's a huge one. There's a breakaway all alone.
There's another shot. That one will go top corner and in for Brandon Valley, and they tie it up. Well, a much farther away and a much tougher angle, and Gehring had no chance. Outside of growing a couple inches in a matter of milliseconds, there's no chance for her to make that play, and Brandon Valley has got it tied up.
Kreitner.
And Kreitner will get the credit for it, and she'll get the first goal of the season for Brandon Valley. We're tied up here just about in the 47th minute. As it'll be Brandon Valley try and touch one, but Beck will play it here for Pierre. Back for Gehring. So Gehring's made 6 ginormous saves so far, but couldn't make that 7th one. Taylor will try and recover, but now a pass, and Williams will come all the way back, and the speed of Williams is able to come back and knock one out of play and give a chance for Pierre to set the defense up as Brandon Valley on the throw-in. That's the threat that Williams has to offensively and defensively to play all parts of the field.
Yeah, certainly. She's got the end-to-end speed to be a factor everywhere.
On the near side of Brandon Valley, that one will be back up towards midfield. It'll go off, and now here's a chance for Barry. Barry will try and lead one forward for Campy to get to. Campy on trying to run one down. There's a shot. Is it going to roll just past the left goalpost and out of play? Good shot there from Campia. And a couple of heads thrown back on the field from the soccer players in Pierre, and they thought they had a 2-1 lead.
So close to a quick response there.
So that was the 4th shot attempt there from the Governors. Here on the near side, Davis will take one away. Davis still with it, trying to get back over to it and just roll the far enough away. It'll come towards the corner now. It'll be played for Barrett. Barrett was able to get out of that corner, and she's got it back again. Here's Ben play for Davis. Davis across, and that one will be cleared away by the Lynx. Back for Williams, plays off the shoulder. Down house. Back for Williams. Katie Williams across, headed down by the Lynx. It'll be played across to the far side towards midfield. The Lynx will escape a little bit of a small danger there from Pierre. And back the other way now. 1-1 is our score. Allison will step up and take it away. It'll be now played here for the Governors. As it'll be buried. Couldn't cleanly get the ball corralled, and it'll be the Lynx again that will take it to the far side. And back for Krutner. Krutner across. It'll be played here for Lippert. Down to the far side near the corner, and a little roll all the way out, and for a goal kick here for Gehring. As we are into the 50th minute, 51st minute, 3 subs will come in here for Brandon Valley. It'll be Nelson, Golseth, and Duncanson. And then the 4th one will come in after Hadley Meyer will come in after the next stoppage, an opportunity to sub. Here is Gehring with the free kick, or the goal kick, I should say. And again, with the win against Pierre, it's easier for Brandon Valley to kind of stay put where they're at and not really have to go back too far defensively. And Brandon Valley off the quick throw in. It'll be Nelson with it. Nelson have it taken away by Mutual Canals. Now here's Mutual Canals, blocked, then cleared away by back to now Barry. Her pass attempt to try to get Campia free was blocked down, and now it'll come free, and offside is going to be called, although it's going to be played here by Gehring. So it'll be no offside call, and here for Jenna Gehring to kick forward. Back to Williams midfield, but knocked down by the Lynx. And again, here for the Lynx is going to be Zacher, who had a good run going, got taken back towards midfield, and played by Lippert. Cross field. It's going to be Taylor. Graceland Taylor will run it down, and we'll get it out of play. And it'll be a throw-in upcoming here for Brandon Valley. A couple more subs will come in. Meg Maher will check back in here for Pierre. As we play 53rd minutes of this soccer match, it is a 1-1 tie as we play here in the second half between Brandon Valley and Pierre in the opening match of the 2020 season. On the throw-in, misses everybody, rolls all the way down, and it'll be a quick goal kick up here for Gehring. And again, mentally, you kind of talk about this too, that because the way the wind is, that Brandon Valley is not really sending anybody back because Gehring can't get a whole lot on these goal kicks.
Right, yeah. They feel that they started right from the first kick of the second half here to where they were much more aggressive and tried to pin them into the corner. That's freed Davis on a couple runs, though.
As that one trying to get free, Barry, but is going to be played by number 21 in Zacher to not allow Barry to get free. It'll come back, Campia. It'll be now Eisberg. That took it away from number 17, Mandry. I'll come back for Zacher again here on the far side. Across to midfield. Be played by Brandon Valley. We'll play it back again. Here is Barrett. Across. Knocked down. It'll roll out of play as it was Taylor who got a piece of it, but it'll be now a quick throw in here for Brandon Valley right off the back of Curlin, and now a throw in now for Pierre. And Curlin maybe looking for potential of a foul called on Taylor. That throw in will miss everybody, and it's going to roll just out of play. And now a throw in upcoming for Brandon Valley. Here's a chance again for Duncanson. That'll be played for Taylor. Up for Barry. And Barry now for Davis. Davis to the middle of the field. She couldn't get one either across, one towards the net. Here's Campia. Campia across, back for Davis. Her cross attempt goes off of Mutual Canals. It'll come down again, and it'll cleared away by Brandon Valley, and it'll go out of play. As I'm getting attacked by a bee over here, as it'll be played again for Brandon Valley. To me, I don't know if it flew away. I hope it flew away, but that was
priorities, right?
That's right. Play, and it's going to be a corner kick upcoming here for Brandon Valley. This is going to be their 5th corner. Now here for the Lynx. And we'll see with a tie, 1-1 tie. They're going to try and take the lead. Smedsred will take it for the Lynx. That one will be towards the middle, headed away by the Governors. It'll be cleared away, and now it's for a throw-in now for Brandon Valley, and a good job there by Pierre to eliminate that opportunity from the Lynx.
Yeah, they got that one cleared much quicker than they have the last couple and a lot less dangerously.
Gertner will check in, as out will be Symington. So throw in here for Brandon Valley. 1-1 is our score. Your minute of this first soccer match of the 2020 season. John Winkler alongside Kendall Miller. Katie Williams scored in the 11th minute of the game, and it was 7 minutes in the second half when Julia Krutner tied it up to make it 1-1. That's where we sit. As Brandon Valley has possession across towards the middle, and played by Allison, cleared out of danger. And now Mandery on the far sideline. Brandon Valley will have a sub coming in here for Pierre, and it is Templeton that will come in for Eisberg.
And then that moves Graceland Taylor from the back line up to the mids.
So a quick breather here for Paige Eisberg, and it'll be Pierre with a chance for a free kick, and Allison will take it. As, again, Pierre looking, they had the best out of the first half. They looked like the best team right now, Brandon Valley, and the wind has been a big factor, and you kind of see it here. The wind, as that's going to be a foul on Pierre, the wind's kind of factoring into who's had the better of the two halves so far.
Yeah, certainly it's playing a factor.
As off the free kick here, off the foul was committed by Pierre. Towards the goal box. That one will miss everybody. Be played back towards the front of the net, still loose. Pinballing around. There's a chance. That one's blocked down by Pierre. Cleared away by Mutual Knaus towards the edge of the goal box, and it'll come right back down for Pierre to finally get out of danger. That one's, though, up in the air towards the right goal post, but well away, and it will roll out for a goal kick. And a little danger there for Pierre to kind of tiptoe around.
Yeah, they didn't get that one cleared very well. A little disorganized out back there.
And on the goal kick from Gehring, Allison will try and get it back to Gehring. It came a little bit too close maybe for comfort, and Gehring will have to just kick it out of play to get a throw in here for Brandon Valley. Allison didn't get enough strength behind that kick to get it back to Gehring to try and get Brandon moving a little bit more.
Yeah, and there again, with the wind, they feel really confident of pressing forward.
Here comes a throw in here for Brandon Valley. As it'll be played here on the near side. And it goes out of play. And it'll be a goal kick here for Gehring. Let's say, again, here as we start to approach the latter part of this second half, Pierre's going to find a way to have a stronger reset from these goal kicks. That will come near the near side, and it'll go back again. The Lynx will let it fall out of play. Another throw in again for Brandon Valley. It'll come. There's a shot right on target, but in a good spot was Gehring, and another save made by the junior goalkeeper, her 7th of the afternoon. At midfield, played again here for Brandon Valley. And then knocked out by Templeton. So here comes again Brandon Valley on another throw-in. Off of Pierre again, and another throw-in upcoming for Brandon Valley. They've had about 7 or 8 here in the play. Is Brandon Valley in the second half. Cleared away. Another throw-in for the Lynx. Duncanson will throw it. Played. Turned over. Mutual Knaus up the field looking for Barry. Barry will win the race to him, and now we'll try and get you free down the sideline to the far side. Here's a good chance for Pierre the other way. Campia will wait. She'll throw one across mid to the middle of the field. Davis couldn't win the race over to the ball first. And now Brandon Valley the other way. Played back forward for Mutual Knaus. We'll come back at midfield. And Brandon Valley will try and get a run down the far side, the near side. Curlin won't win the race to it. And it'll be a throwing up here for Pierre. Off the throw in here for the Governors. It'll be Williams trying to run it down. Here's Barrett off of Williams. And it'll be for Brandon Valley on a quick sub as well. Mitchell will throw it in. It'll be played up towards midfield. Davis will head it along, trying to get it over for Barry. Now Barry will have it, and Barry's got a lot of room in front of her. She's got a good run going, does Barry. Barry, that one towards the nets, and that one will go just wide of the right goalpost. That one kind of caught Hookie by surprise. I don't think she was ready for that ball to come towards her like it did, and using the wind to try and get that one to come back, because at first it looked like it was going to sail way over the goal, but it just barely missed.
Yeah, that was a great shot. The goalie was out too far, and as you said, the wind held it up a little bit, but it also pushed it just a hair to the right.
Here's a throw in here for Pierre. That was a good opportunity there for Barry to try and give Pierre the lead back. Still 1-1 is our score as we pass that 60th minute. The last 20 minutes of this second half. There's a play here for Brandon Valley towards midfield. Good job by Easlin to get to it first. But now the other way comes Brandon Valley again. It'll be Curlin. Curlin on the near side. Curlin will work try and get it back to the middle. Pass across. Nobody there for Brandon Valley. Gehring will get of the contest. And we'll have a quick sub. And this is, again, after that chance that Pierre had, there's a quick transition here for Brandon Valley to have an opportunity to try and take the lead.
Yeah, so far this second half has been a story of Brandon Valley taking advantage of the wind and pinning Pierre in, and then Pierre just getting a few breakouts here and there that they can get something done.
That one comes towards the net plate, and Gehring will try and get one quick in transition, but the wind held it up and be played for Brandon Valley. We across here to the near side again. It'll be this time Kennedy Newble across towards the top of the goal box and played away by Pierre and cleared away. Newble again, though, will have it. Back towards the middle, and now Williams with a steal. And now Williams got one just a little bit too far in front of her and played away. Here is a goal set across for Newble. And Newble will wait for it to be played across towards the front of the nets and cleared away again by Pierre. There's another chance. There's a long shot. That one will go through off the hands of Gehring and into the back of the net. And Brandon Valley has scored both here in the second half. They now lead 2-1. As that's a tough break for Pierre, who looked like they were about ready to clear that one away. And I believe, was it Mandry that was the one that shot it, and she'll get credit for it. And the second goal of the game here with about 17 minutes left, 16 minutes left to go. So on the restart, Pierre now will have to work a little bit quicker to try and get an equalizer instead of just trying to reclaim the lead or trying to retake the lead. Davis trying to get it up for Barry. And Barry almost got ran down trying to get over to that ball. Davis will throw it towards the net. It'll be grabbed by the goalkeeper in Hookie. An easy save there for Hookie on target. It'll come back for Allison. And Allison with the left foot will get it out of play. And a throw in upcoming here for Brandon Valley. And 3 more subs will come in for Brandon. So here in the last 15 minutes of this game, it's going to be important here for Pierre to get that attack going the other way. It's been a lot of time in their own end here in the second half. That one towards the net. Gehring will block it up and knock it down.
Williams out to the outside on the wing and brought Campia back into the mid.
Mutual Canals, Campia. It'll be a chance, and still Brandon Valley trying to have the ball, but now here's Campia. Campia with it on the right foot, trying to get up ahead for Davis, just too far. And that'll go now the other way for Brandon Valley with a throw in. Lippert off of her leg, but it goes right over to Haas. And now Williams will steal it away from Haas. And now Williams with the run up to the right side, trying to get to that far side, but the ball taken away from her by Mandry, who has the go-ahead goal right now for Brandon Valley. Pass from Williams is intercepted again, this time by Kruger, who had the tying goal in the early part of the second half. And it'll go out of play off of Pierre. And another corner upcoming here for Brandon Valley. Give me their 8th one of the contest. As we play here with just about 13 minutes to go. Pierre's got to find a way to get an equalizer. Been outshot so far in this contest. That one comes towards the net. It might have gone off, I believe it went off of Brandon Valley. Instead of using the head and trying to use a foot to try and kick it in, that one was about chest. So here off the goal kick from Gary. And again, Brandon Valley taking advantage of that wind being against Pierre in the second half. It'll come back towards mid off the head of Williams. It'll come around. Allison will win the race to it. She gets run down, and a foul is going to be called on Brandon Valley. So a free kick upcoming just outside the goal box in the middle of the field here for Pierre. And a good play there from Allison. Said that quite a lot tonight. We'll say that a lot all season long.
Yep, we sure will.
That will be played at Williams, just missing her. And now for Mandery. Back to midfield again.
Katie Williams is hurt.
So Williams is looks like she is dealing a little with some cramps. They're gonna wait for possession or wait for a change here. Now it will be stop play as Williams is going to be down and have Casey Michelson. She is waiting to come out of the field, and she will come out to the field. Williams will step back up, and you hope it is just cramps. Coach Zanin and Casey Michelson will race out there and talk with Williams, and she keeps grabbing it right in the back of her, shin, right in the calf area. And hopefully it is just cramps, but right now it's not a good sign here for Pierre.
No, it looks like more than that. They're not trying to stretch her out.
Yeah, they're just going to kind of get her off. Sargent will check in for Williams, and she can barely put any kind of pressure on the back of her, on that left leg right now.
Got a thought of what that looks like, but I don't want to even say it.
So we will, hopefully everything will be okay for Williams, but right now is Sargent will check in, and we'll kind of keep an eye on Williams being checked out here over. So Brandon Valley will have possession off the restart. It'll be in the second half. Over in the far side. The Lynx will get it across midfield. Watchel Canals trying to take it away from Nelson. They'll go out of play, and a throw-in upcoming here for Brandon Valley. On the throw-in here for Brandon. It will be come back for Campion and trying to get one up for Barry, just as it was a Brandon Valley defender to step up in front of that pass, and they'll take possession and then kick it out of play, and it'll be a throw-in here for Pierre. So Pierre's starting to run out of time here in the first match of the season. Still 10 minutes. That's plenty of time to get one good look and to get an equalizer here late in this second half. Because again, right now we're looking at 0-0-1 looks a lot better than 0-1-0.
Yeah, certainly.
Across midfield, it'll be played here, Pierre first, and it'll be for Templeton. Templeton across, couldn't get over the kick from the goalkeeper, and then across, here's Krutner. Now on the far side, Allison to it, and we'll kick it out of play. And it will stay with Brandon Valley on the throw-in. Sub is coming in. That is Golseth for Brandon. And again, 2-1 is their score. Also want to mention this coming Tuesday, we'll be back on the air. Today is KCCR.com, as we'll be in Spearfish for a doubleheader. Both the boys and the girls. I believe the girls are playing first on that day, and the boys are playing second. I have to double check on that before we get off the air here this evening. As Gehring had the ball and played back for Templeton towards midfield, and a foul is called on Brandon, and we'll have a free kick here for Pierre. Autumn Iverson will check in here shortly for the Governors. That one just too far. Roll all the way down towards the goalkeeper. Final 10 here this second half. Across midfield. Easling gets pushed away. Allison was there, though, to play it back across midfield. Barry will go to the right side, and it'll come back for Barry. And a good sign that Williams is jogging back to the bench right now for Pierre. It'll be played for Zocker. Zocker will go across, and that one will get into the and grabbed by Gehring with a quick kick, and it'll be here for Pierre, and Brandon Valley will have it on the far side. Looks like Williams will be good to go and get back into the game. That's a really good sign for Pierre. That is maybe nothing more than it was just a cramp for Williams.
Yeah, that was really scary with her not able to put any weight on it coming out.
That one will be kicked out of play by Brandon Valley, and so we'll have a sub, and Iverson will check in for Campion. And we'll have a fresh leg in here for Autumn Iverson. We thrown across. Played here for Brandon. Right back down the field. They're going to try and keep that ball on the other side. Iverson might have got away with a handball, but Pierre will take it. And we'll get it to midfield. Now the other way for Brandon. Still a good play. And up ahead for Taylor. Here is Taylor with it, trying to get up ahead for Barry. Unable to, though. And Lippert near midfield. Across gives it Taylor. And then the ball from Mandarino will get it back for Lippert again. Well, two-girl game there from Lippert and Mandry for a little bit for Brandon. It'll be ahead. A chance for Krutner down the left side. And a chance to try and cross, unable to. Good defensive play from Easland, and it'll go out off of Pierre. So throwing up coming for Brandon, and a sub will be coming in Smedra. Here in the last 6 of this contest, Pierre's still trailing 2-1. It was Krutner and Mandery got the 2 goals here in the second half to give them a 2-1 lead for the Lynx. Looking for a handball again was Brandon Valley, not going to get it. Pierre will clear it out, and it'll go out of play, and we will do it again with another throw in here for Brandon Valley. This one a little bit farther up the sideline towards midfield. Popped up a couple of times, comes all the way down, bounced around off the shoulders of both a Brandon and a Pierre player. And towards the middle of the field, a sliding attempt at a pass, so it'll come right back to Haas, who slid for that one, has it right back and trying to get to the top of the goal box for a chance. There's a shot from Lippert and a save made by Gehring. That one's straight on, and an easy save there from Gehring. That's now her 8th save of the afternoon, of the evening. Here for Brandon again, across to the near side, a race to it, and Allison will win that race, and it'll go out of play. They say Allison to the near side, Allison the far side. Doesn't really matter where it's at. She's going to try and win a race for it. Here for Mitzel. Back for Mitzel again off the throw-in to try and cross that one towards the net, and it'll be played and grabbed by Gehring. Williams is going to check in here shortly. That one will be played by Brandon. Trying to get a stoppage for Pierre to have an opportunity to get a sub. On the near side, it'll be off of Symington, right back to her. And now it'll be played. Mutual Canals just couldn't get over the ball. Taylor couldn't get to the ball either. Just a couple more minutes left in this contest. We're under 5 to go. And Pierre's going to try and find a way to get an equalizer. Here's a good chance for Barry. Barry the long shot. That one's going to go over the top of the net and out of play. And it'll be another goal kick upcoming. Not a bad thought there from Barry. And Mutual Canals will check out. Williams will check back in. That's great to see that Williams is right back into this contest. So here in the last couple of minutes, We'll see how quickly Pierre wants to try and really push the issue. Here's Barry now with it. He couldn't get one across. Williams will step right back up into the action and couldn't get one corralled close enough to get a shot away. Across to the far side. It'll be now for Krutner. Krutner across, looking for an opportunity. And now to the far side, still with it. An offside will be called on Brandon Valley. And Coach Zanin urging his team to move a lot quicker as we're running low on time. Here late in this second half, down 2-1. Allison to midfield. It'll be played for Pierre. And it is Iverson up ahead. Barry trying to step through. Unable to, is knocked away by Brandon Valley. Pass all the way back. The play by the goalkeeper. And over here on the far side. About to go out of play, but stays in play for a chance now for Pierre. Iverson goes off of a Brandon Valley player. And it'll be played here for the Governors on the throw-in. That throw-in will go across, up ahead. It'll be played for Sargent. Here's Brandon still with it, though, at midfield. Zanin trying to, Gehring. After he picks it up in the goal box. With it towards midfield. Davis, that went off the top of the shoulders, off the boot from Davis to Smedrud. Now here's Lippert. She'll go across to the far side. Gehring will try and chase it down. He goes outside the box and will roll that pressure going the other way. Maybe force a corner kick somewhere. As that one will come to the goal box, Gehring will pick it up again. Pick up the pace at midfield. It'll be missed by everybody. Goes all the way back to Allison. Field trying to get up ahead for Davis. One falls down. Davis still with it. Davis trying to get it across. Can't find anybody. Can't find space to get across. Davis still, though, with it. Davis, a shot that gets blocked out. Back for Williams. Williams will play it. She'll go across. She gets bumped off the ball, but her strength will keep with it. Taylor will try and get it now for Iverson. Try and feed one across for Sargent. Sargent got a off of Sargent, but then it's going to roll out of play for a goal kick. So just almost had a good opportunity there for Pierre.
Yeah, really bad luck there. Good pressure on the ball and just trickled over the line.
Final minute here of this second half. As Pierre's starting to run out of time, Greener will take the goal kick. It'll come back now. Williams will try and take it away. Here's Williams. Here's a chance. We'll lob one across. Davis will try and come in, and a play will be grabbed by the goalkeeper in Hookie as Davis kind of ran into the defender, but the defender kind of backed up on Davis, not allowing her a chance to make a play. That one will be bounced a couple of times. Easlin will let it go out of play. And a quick throw-in has to be upcoming here for Pierre as we're here around the last maybe 20 seconds of this game. They come back through the legs of Taylor. And now for Krutner. She'll circle around. That one will come through. Gehring will get over to it. She'll grab. And running out of time is Pierre. We'll see how much time is left. It keeps a long shot, and that goes high over. And that one will be at play.
We had some injury time for Williams' injury, so that's probably part of it.
So here we're running down the final seconds, and that will be it. So Pierre fall here in game number 2. They lose 2-1 as it was Krutner and Mandery that scored the 2 goals in the second half to give Pierre a 2-1 win, or excuse me, to give Brandon Valley a 2-1 win here in game number 1. We'll step aside for 2 minutes, come back with post-game on the Pierre Governor Soccer on today's KCCR and today's KCCR.com. As we welcome you back here one last time to PILC as Pierre falls 2-1 to Brandon Valley. Mendel Miller here joining yours truly, John Winkler, as Pierre had that 1-0 lead after the first half on the lone goal from Katie Williams. That came in the 11th minute, but 2 second-half goals for Brandon Valley, giving them a 2-1 win, and Krutner and Mandery getting those 2 goals. And both the boys and girls go to 0-1-0, losing 2-1 in their games. But Mendel here in this one, Gehring was probably...
Yeah, can't ask for anything more from Jenna. She did a great job. Stopped several chances that were just her and the shooter, and really didn't make too many mistakes either. I mean, she handled the ball a lot. They put a lot of pressure on Pierre in the second half with the wind, and had the ball in that end of the field for majority of the time. And Jenna was good.
Katie Williams got the lone goal. Good to see her. She went down and was out for a little bit. Kind of a little bit of some nerves kind of kicked in. You don't want to lose your senior leader like that, and especially in the first game of the season, really at all. But she was able to come back, had the lone goal for Pierre, and hopefully that leads to the more offensive output here for Pierre going against Spearfish on.
Had to play at least 50-50, if not tilted in their side. But second half, battling that wind, they just struggled to get the ball out of the backside. And when they did, they had chances. They had breakaways. Avery Davis had a breakaway. Ryan Berry missed a net on a long shot that was when the goalie was out. Katie Williams had a couple tries there where she got close and just couldn't get the ball in the second half there.
And again, first time they were able to play outside and not in an indoor soccer game since last October. So one that's hopefully some good positives will be taken from it, and the season will start to go on the upward trend here going into the game.
Yeah, certainly. And as we said before, I think Brandon's a really good team. I think but it was a good game, and it should be a confidence builder.
On Tuesday, then the Pierre boys will play after that. So we'll start at 5 o'clock Central Time. We're over in Spearfish. So on both the boys and the girls against the Spearfish Spartans on Tuesday. That'll wrap things up for us here this afternoon, and glad you could join us in the first day of fall sports to finally get high school sports back for the first time since the middle of March. Last time we had Pierre Governor Sports on the air. So thanks to Ray Lewis back at the station, Mendel Miller to my left. I'm John Winkler, back on the air Tuesday as Pierre will take on Spearfish at 4:45 Central Time for a 5 o'clock kickoff against the Spearfish Spartans. Pierre loses both of them today, both the boys and say good night from PILC.